So welcome back, guys, and I wanted to do another kind of a rambling video. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I just want to share some thoughts and thinking through the channel, some of the stuff that I've been doing to try and experiment, and also some recently discovered game being Castlevania. That's why you're seeing it here in the background, and talking about, I suppose, games that may be considered older, but at the same time fundamentally hold up and are a true testament to design. The reason I suppose, let's maybe start off with Castlevania first. This video is that normally, if you've not seen any of the videos I've done like this before, these are unscripted, so no edits really beyond the actual gameplay footage that you're watching. So anyway, let's talk about Castlevania first. So to be honest with you, I was never really a Castlevania fan, a mega fan. When I was young, it wasn't something I played on the NES, SNES, Mega Drive, etc. Even though I had those systems throughout various years in my life. But it wasn't something that I was, I suppose, into, or I never really played them. I've never really experienced them all that much. Now there's two different types of Castlevania game, let's call it. So obviously this being my real kind of first attempt at actually trying to complete or beat a Castlevania game. This one being an RPG, so in a different style to the, let's say, the original ones. So, but to me, this one in particular, I once I started this, I couldn't let it go. I couldn't put it down. And I actually ended up streaming 50% of the game, and ironically during the stream I was like, is that it? Is this the end after 6 or 7 hours? And everyone was laughing on stream going, no, this isn't the end. Because obviously if you've played the game, without any major spoilers here, there's an inverted castle, so basically there's a second phase of this. And I then ultimately decided I wanted to take it offline and experience the second part of the game myself off stream. But I really enjoyed what I did stream, and it's got some great support, in particular from Omega Ace and Super Jim and whoever else. Obviously, like in particular Omega, he's an absolute monster at any of the Castlevania games. So, you know, I don't particularly ask for, you know, help on stream and stuff like that, but this was an interesting one for me to stream, because going in blind streaming a game like this can be quite difficult if you've not played them before. The fact is, open-ended type of game, and its exploration is key, and you can get lost. So getting lost on stream, I suppose, is probably the one thing I absolutely hate that happens. So guys were there supporting that as well, and hopefully everybody enjoyed what they watched. But anyway, I ended up playing the second part of it myself, and absolutely enjoyed it. And you know, I got through it myself without any help the second time around with the inverted castle piece, although I found the second part of it to be more action orientated and not as puzzle based. But yeah, credible experience, and a credible experience because of how well it holds up. And what I mean is, if you take my particular scenario with Castlevania Symphony of the Night, I find that if you can go back to something having never ever played it, and it was designed in 97, and here in the year 2022 someone can just jump back and say, wow, this game is amazing, that just shows you, it's a testament to the design, that even a new player to this type of game can go back and say, this is absolutely incredible, the game still holds up so well. And it really, really does. So that's just really about Castlevania. And what I want to break out to now is actually talking about live streams versus real content. So I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I took it upon myself to complete a kind of an exercise over the last 2 months. Now, primarily my channel is, I make videos and then I stream weekly or bi-weekly where I can, okay? But primarily I have maybe about 2 videos I upload, which are pre-edited videos, and I pick various topics. I do the videos that I want to do first and foremost, okay? And they're the primary reason why my channel has had some growth, okay? So I've been pushing out regular content over the last 2 years, and I stuck to that stringent plan, and I worked through my thumbnails, and I worked through my tags and all of those important things that mean so much to the algorithm. What I do find is live streams are treated the same as they are as edited content, and that should not be the case. And it actually, I found it live streams actually impact my views in certain aspects. And the exercise I really took on was I disabled all my live streams. I put them on as unlisted, and I put them into a playlist. Okay. And what I did notice after about 2 or 3 weeks is some of my old content that didn't have views previously started to garner views again. So it was no coincidence that suddenly videos that really had no movement beyond maybe a couple of months back suddenly are starting picking up views again. As soon as I unlisted all my live streams. So in effect, what I've done is here, I've done an actual live exercise to see what was the actual impact. And I can clearly see the algorithm treats live streams the same way. And the reason it happens is because watch time versus audio retention is being managed the same way. Doesn't matter whether it's a 9-minute video, pre-recorded and edited video for an example. And it compares it and calculates it to the exact same as a 3-hour live stream, let's just say. And that's not fair, I don't think. YouTube really needs to figure out what they want to do here and try and establish a different way of calculating it. And the reason why I think it's important is it's actually impacting other YouTubers who primarily stream, for argument's sake, but they're absolutely excellent streamers. So as I mentioned, Omega Ace Gaming previously, probably one of the most underrated streamers on the YouTube platform, in my opinion. And I think his audience is part of YouTube. He's grown his audience on YouTube. So it's very unfortunate for him, as one example, is that because he live streams and the way the algorithm works, he can't get the growth that his channel deserves ultimately because of the way the algorithm manages this. So that's just me trying to highlight a person, not to single him out, because there's so many good live streamers that I follow, because I live stream myself, as you know, but again, not the primary part of my channel. My primary part of my channel is the videos I make and the uploads I make. But I just find that it shouldn't be the same way. It shouldn't be treated the same way as those videos. And as I said, the growth should be equal here. There's absolutely no reason why somebody puts in huge effort to do live stream. Doing live streams is not easy. I think there's some misrepresentation that live streaming is an easy thing to do. It's absolutely not. You have to concentrate on the game. You have to set everything up. You have to be interactive. You have to interact with the people that you're talking to. It's not, and this all has to happen seamlessly. And then you have to try and actually make some progression within the game itself. Again, various people have different skill sets. You know, some people are good at games, some people are okay at games, some people are bad at games, but they still want to play those games and they still want to live stream them. So like, I mean, it all depends as well as if you can keep that level of concentration and engagement going at the same time, and all these things are so important when you're doing live streams. And I'm just convinced that YouTube really needs to start sitting down and figuring out what they're doing. Like if you look at any other big YouTubers on the platform here, you can clearly see that they don't live stream as part of their main channel because it impacts their content. They have 2 separate channels. But the fundamental problem is when you're such a small channel. So I'm a small channel. I only have 1700 subs. Okay, Omega Ace is even half my size. But the community here was built here on the platform here. If he decides that he wants to move to a new channel, everybody has to follow him over there, and that segregates his content. And I think that's a bad thing. It's a bad thing. It's easier for a really big YouTuber to do that has 50, 100k subs or more, to suddenly have a secondary channel, and that channel may only, let's say, have 3,000 subs, but that's still 3,000 subs who are there readily available to watch the live streams because maybe they're just not interested in the other types of content. So yeah, important stuff that I wanted to talk about here. Maybe I want to do this a little bit more. I want to be transparent with people on the channel. The other thing as well is I'm thinking of shutting down the Facebook page because it's become a bit of a spam fest, and a lot of these Facebook groups are really, I don't see much engagement. I actually tried and genuinely get some engagement going on Facebook over the weekend. I got small responses from some good folk there, but not the engagement that I was expecting. So it's probably given me the answer in regards to that. My core communications really are through YouTube and Twitter anyway, so you know, the folks who genuinely watch my content and genuinely support me and engage with me, and I engage with them, and there's a lot of YouTubers there as well that I engage with. It all happens through there. So I just find Facebook is really flat, and it's just become a spam fest of ads, and people are just dropping videos the whole time, but there's nobody really. I'm not convinced people that are actually watching them, or they're not even engaged in it. It's just an area to start sharing your content, but I just don't feel the engagement is all that there. But anyway, there's a couple of things just to chat about today. Please share some comments down below. Let me know what you think of what I've been chatting about. Share your thoughts. I'm trying to have more transparency on the channel here. And again, this one was really off the cuff, but it's topics that I've had on the top of my head that I really wanted to talk about. And that's it for today, guys. Live stream coming this Friday. Cuphead Part 3 DLC. Maybe I might beat it. Who knows? LOL. Everyone's going to laugh when they hear me saying that. But yeah, I'll talk to you Friday, guys. Thanks for watching.